What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right now, early on in the season, Baker Mayfield got off to a really good start. Everybody, people was talking about Baker Mayfield could possibly be, in line for the MVP, which I thought he was, right? Like I said, he was lighting it up early in the season, and I don't know what happened, man. I don't know if like what happened to the team. You can't blame it all on Baker Mayfield, but like I said, it was Baker Mayfield who was off to a good start, and Dak Prescott. People saying that, man, they playing like both of these guys are having MVP type season. And then after that, it just kind of slowly, just things just kind of slowly just tapered off. And then, they lost a couple games, some games that they probably felt like they should have won. But I was enjoying watching Baker Mayfield. So recently they were having a discussion on a arena show. What's the guy named Skip Bayless and Kenyon Martin on there, and what's the guy named Talib or something like that, and they were talking about the Buccaneers and discussing like whether they thought the Buccaneers were done for the season, and it just almost like this season right here for the Bucks just seemed like two different seasons. Like I said, when they got off to a good start, and now just seemed like like they fell along by the wayside, but. With that being said, I want to play the audio from the arena show, and then listen to them and come back and give my input on what I think is going on with the Baker Mayfield and the Bucks.
I kind of keep going back and forth on this because I think they can. The Bucks done. Fuck it. They done.
Much
man.
easier to say that.
Hey, y'all done. You lose 6 out of your last 7. I can't vouch for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to bad. My Bucks be on me. They be on me.
He looked at his notes like, that's some bullshit.
Nah, let's close that up. Let me close that.
I don't believe that
6
shit.
out of your last 7. You're just not a good football. These are meaningful, important games, division games, and you just can't get it done. Now you got to go to Miami. You playing against a team who they don't give a shit what's going on right now. They just out here having fun, getting ready for next year, and they playing fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? So
Miami was playing ball?
I mean, they was.
They was before Joe Burrow came to town.
Yeah, it was before Burrow came to town, but I'm telling you, you're going to get a nice, relaxed, at-home Miami team.
Yep.
It's going to be a tough win. It's not going to be easy to just go in Miami and get a dub. So I don't even know if this make it to week 18 to see who wins the division. They fuck around and go get popped next week. You know what I'm saying? So, and if it does, I don't know. I don't know if they could beat the Panthers. It was a nice tight game, but I didn't think the Panthers played their style of football. They didn't run the ball good. They didn't do nothing they usually do. So. I don't know. I think the Panthers they look like the better team to me. So the Panthers going to be the ones who squeeze out at the end. They're going to make the playoffs, man. The Bucks going to be at home.
That's crazy. Like I said earlier, before it's just like early in the season, you would not have even said that about the Bucks. And now here you have a situation with the Bucks. Everybody just counting them out. And one thing I will say about Baker Mayfield, when people count him out, that's when he seemed to do his best, right? That's when he seems to, like, he just rise to the occasion, because it seems like he feed off of that kind of stuff, right? When people are doubting him. So let's get back to some more of the show, though.
Oh, Bucks are at home. Kenyon?
Trash division.
Worse than football. So
it always is.
Yeah, you're picking you're picking out the trash at this point. So I'm momentum. I'm gonna go with Carolina, Tampa Bay. Something about Baker, man. Like, I know they had a lot of injuries offensively this year. Receivers been in and out.
They're back now.
They're back now, but the rhythm and this, that, and the third, they missing out on. So and Baker will throw it to the other team when they get on the line, man. So I'm not
And the Panthers got Seattle too, so they might fuck around and lose. Both of them might lose.
Oh, now you're changing your team.
I just keep I
See, like I
keep
said,
back and forth between
Keep
it.
looking at his notes like bullshit, good shit.
Yeah.
Bullshit, good shit.
I keep
Bullshit,
going
good
back and
shit.
forth,
Right?
man. It's so trash. But I don't know if the Bucs could beat the Panthers. I don't know if they out of there.
Yeah.
Should win the division on the line.
I'm out on Tampa. I mean, I'm out on Tampa, and I'm just gonna say this is more. I'm more in on Carolina. I think Bryce Young outplayed Baker yesterday. Tampa just doesn't look the same. You know what I mean? They last year when they were rolling, they were pounding the rock. They had Evans. They had Godwin for a little bit. They had they had the thing rolling. They had some momentum. Now they're just kind of dead in the water. They really don't have much momentum. They really can't lean on Baker to run around, do Baker magic and all that stuff out there with all the injuries. Offensive line's banged up. They can't get the run game going. And Carolina believes. This is a young team that's learning how to win games, and they're coming up. And I think they believe, and I think they got a little momentum.
Yeah,
they got a really tough one against Seattle, but I think I'm not sure what they do there. I wouldn't give them the win there, but I think that they could definitely beat Tampa in that last game.
Yeah, see, and with the Bucs, like the guy just said, the Bucs are going up against a team that has momentum going there, you know what I mean? And then so it's going to be hard to beat a team that got momentum, especially when you coming off of you haven't been playing well. The Bucs haven't been playing well lately. And so to ask the Bucs to all of a sudden turn it around, that's just a tough position for the Bucs to be in. Baker Mayfield, got some wear and tear on them. Then their team has some injuries and stuff like that. So it is going to be tough for the Bucs, man. If they want to, I thought though, like I said, I just thought that or I was hoping that they'd be able to maintain that level of success all the way through the season, especially for Baker Mayfield. Because when you see how Baker Mayfield, like this is his fourth team. And then, it just seemed like this team, the Tampa Bay team, is a team where he was just, seemed like he hit a stride. That's where he was going to have some success at. And, he had finally found somewhere where he could call a home and, he could just build his. Not that his career is over with or anything like that. I just thought that, that they were going to be able to have a successful season, like maintain that pace all the way through, but it didn't work out like that.
So Skip, how you feel about the clutchest quarterback in American
Baker
football history?
Allow me to say about Bryce Young before I touch that. That little man is full of clutch. He's full of clutch and always has been. He had clutch at Atlanta. I endorsed him as the top pick, and I know he struggled for a while. He's playing football, man.
Yeah,
he's
he
making
is.
plays.
Yeah.
So I'm hanging on for dear life. I don't disagree with any point made so far. You're all correct, and I'm hanging in with the Bucs. Baker Mayfield pulled off 4 miracles in the first 5 games, and without those, we're not even having this conversation. Because they were miraculous, and the one at Seattle was the best of all against Sam Darnold. But he pulled it off, and Sam didn't. And Baker played okay yesterday. They were 8 of 14 on third.
See, that's the thing. When Baker, like I said, he got off to a really good start. Skip said he pulled off 4 miracles early in the season. And that, I guess maybe that's the reason why their expectations just went like through the roof. Like they thought maybe, this is what we were going to see the entire season from Baker Mayfield. And, he just came back to earth, came back to reality. So
down, he had a QBR 60, but Bryce was better, as you say. He was QBR 72. And yet, here's what I look at 6 of the last 7. Okay, the first 3, no shame, because it's New England at home. Okay, I get it. Then it's at Buffalo. I get it.
Yep.
Then it's at the Rams. I get it. I can't defend what just happened because you had 3 division games in a row against trash division teams. You lose at home to New Orleans, at home to Atlanta, and at Carolina. And you had a chance early in that game. I don't know if you got to watch any of it. You were in Denver, but early in the game, they get it 3rd and goal at the 2 to go up 14-3. And I believe if you cash this play in, I think you're going to win the game if you're up 14-3 because you're good enough to play even Steven with them the rest of the way. and they're not that much better than you are. And Sean Tucker, they put the kid in because he's 230, 40 pounds, and he bangs inside and tries to bounce it outside and gets thrown for a 3-yard loss. And it's what Todd Bowles said after the game. We don't make plays anymore because that's a winning play. See, if you cash it and you're up 14-3, here you go. So Todd Bowles' F-bomb tirade after the game at home against Atlanta the other day, the week before, it didn't work. Right. It's fallen on deaf ears because it didn't ignite anybody.
So I don't know. Maybe early in the season, Baker Mayfield and in Tampa Bay, maybe they're playing a little bit above their head. And what we see now is like who they really are, which I don't know. I just think that like, and some of that you can put that on not just Baker Mayfield, but it got to be the coach. Like when you have a team that's off to a start like what they got off to, and you got to find a way to maintain that. You can't allow the team to fall off like that, man. Yeah, and so I guess it's a wash for them this season, because they lost some games that they should not have lost, which I guess it really balances out, because they won some games that some people felt like they shouldn't have won, and then now they're losing games. So it balances out in the long run. But I just thought that Baker Mayfield was had turned it around and was going to be, that quarterback that everybody had expected him and projected him to be. But it's not working out that way. That's my take on it. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'll check y'all out in the next video. Peace.